Hey everyone, in this episode, we are going to talk through exactly how I go about scripting videos and content that I use on my platforms to engage with patients and get them to decide, hey, he'd be a good pediatrician for us, or I want to learn more, or sign up for his sleep training course, or whatever the case might be. How I actually record those videos. Now, I record a lot of videos, and I love doing videos because it's a really good medium for me to speak, and I like the tech that goes behind it. I like the editing process. I like everything about videos, just the way that you can connect and share in a way that just a blog post doesn't get across, and the way that you capture your audience's attention and lead them to do things. And I know a lot of people want to get in front of videos or want to get in front of their audience in that way. And a lot of physicians are realizing, okay, my patients are online, they're on Facebook, they're on YouTube, they're on Instagram, they're on TikTok, wherever. They're consuming content. There's a lot of misinformation out there, and I want to be a voice that provides good information. Not only will it help them to be healthier, it will save them from getting all this bad information, and it will save me time when they do decide to come see me, because I won't have to spend so much time unpackaging all of the stuff that they're seeing online, because they will know from my voice and from what I typically say how they should practice their lives, how they should do all the things, whatever I, as a pediatrician or as a gastroenterologist or an OB or a dermatologist, whatever I think will already be in their head when they come in to see me. So it'll be a much easier opportunity. So here's exactly how I go about creating scripts for videos. Now, I am one that just speaks off the cuff. You might be able to tell that in this video, because I was like, okay, I got 5 minutes to do a video. I'm just going to do one really quick. I'm not going to prepare much. But I always do it the exact same way. And what that does is it makes it really easy to quickly put content together without a lot of forethought, without having to get a teleprompter or really think through everything I'm going to say. I do the exact same thing every time. I have a little sticky note up here that I use that reminds me exactly what to do. I wrote it out for you here. I'm going to talk through it, and you're going to see the little over on that side so that you know exactly what to do. For every video, and this is going to be kind of meta because I've been doing this in this video as we've been going along. For every video, I follow the exact same script. And what that does is it makes it easier for me, because it can be hard. You can be saying to yourself, I really want to give this information to my audience, but I don't know the best way to package it, and I'm always doing it differently, and it takes so long to put a script together. If you've ever felt that way, hit the like button below, because then I'll know that I'm on the right track with providing information that is relevant to you and that would help you to make more content. Because what I want to do is allow you to make more content that you can share with your audience, that brings new patients in the door, that improves the information. So if that's something that would make your life easier and make you be able to do more, just hit the like button below so I know I'm on the right track. Now, here's how I record my video. I start with in this video, and in this video tells them what to expect in this video, because they've just clicked into your video, they're scrolling through their news feed, and they happen upon you, and they want to know right away, am I at the right place? Is this the right video for me, or is it the wrong video for me? And the best way to do that is just share with them. In this video, we're going to talk about what to look for when you're worried that you have skin cancer. In this video, we're going to talk about how to decide if you need to take a pregnancy test. In this video, we're going to talk about what to do when your child has a barky cough. Then right away, people know, this is for me. I was wondering about that, or this is not for me. That is something that I would never worry about or think about. And then you'll attract the people that you want to watch the content, because they'll already know that it's applicable to them. So after you say in this video, you're going to then show that you understand where they're coming from, where their problem is, what they're struggling with. You're not going to introduce yourself and say, my name is so-and-so, I'm a doctor, I went to this school and then this residency and blah, 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 blah. Nobody cares about that until they realize that you care about them and understand their problem. So the next thing you want to do after the in this video is the empathy and the understanding of the problem, which shows them that you get what is bothering them or what they're struggling with. In this specific video that I'm doing at this very moment, it was about 90 seconds ago when I was talking about how it feels like you have a lot of content to share, but you're not sure how to package it in a way that's easy to quickly make videos about without having to spend forever making scripts. So you're going to do in this video, and then you're going to do I get it. And the I get it is I get where you're coming from. You might be wondering, do I take a pregnancy test at week 3, or do I have to wait till week 5? My sister-in-law said do this. My best friend said to do this. Or I am not sure if this mole, you keep seeing this mole every time you take a shower and are looking in the mirror, and you're wondering, is it cancer? Like, if you show them in that way that you understand the struggle that they're having, the question that they're looking to answer, then they will say, oh yeah, he gets what's bothering me. She understands where I'm at right now. I was wondering if my child's barky cough meant that we needed to go to the emergency room, or if there's things that we can do at home to keep them, comfortable and get a good night's rest and see our doctor tomorrow. Those are things that were on my mind that I was wondering about. So you're going to do in this video, and then you're going to do empathy and understanding, and then you're going to do a call to action, which engages them, and it also helps with your algorithm, because you want whatever platform you're posting on, whether it be Facebook or YouTube or Instagram or wherever, to get more likes, more engagement, because then that will tell the platform, hey, this is a good video. We should share this with other people. So after those things, you're going to ask them to like the video. Liking works across channels. Liking works across all the different platforms. It's not a lot for somebody to hit the like button. It's not subscribing. It's not commenting. You want to just get the ball rolling. So I did it in this video as well, when earlier I said, if those things are what you're facing, hit the like button so that I know that I'm on the right track. So that's what you're going to do. Is it's just going to be a really quick call to action of like the video, because it'll tell me that I'm on the right track. Something along those lines. Or if you've ever felt that way, hit the like button below so that other people can see that you're facing the same challenge that they faced as well. After that, you're going to get into the actual meat. So right now we've already made a video that's at least, like this video is 6 minutes long. A normal video would probably be the first 3, 4, 5 minutes, where you're just sharing what this video is about really quickly. You're doing the empathy and understanding, and you're asking for the like. So right there, you've already filled out a big chunk of the information without providing any useful information yet, but you've warmed them up to you and to what you're offering, and so that they know, okay, this is the right video for me. Here's what you need to know. When children get a barky cough, it's usually croup. This is what croup is. What we do for croup is this and this and this. And then you're just going to provide that information to them. And it can be whatever format you like, or however you want to structure it. But that's where you're actually like giving them the information that this video is answering. About halfway through giving the information, I take a pause and I say, does this all make sense? Hopefully this is making sense to you. Comment below yes in all caps if it's making sense to you. And I'm going to do that right now to you. If this video has made sense so far and it's clarified some of what you need to do with your scripting, comment yes below, because that would help me to know that I'm on the right track and that this is valuable information for you. So about halfway through, you're going to do that so that they know, okay, I'm on the right track. Yes, I'm engaged with this video. I'm going to stay engaged because I want to see the rest of the information that they have to offer. I'm not going to keep scrolling. I'm just going to get the information and then move on from there. You do the second call to action, which was asking for the yes in all caps or an emoji. Those are the two that I typically will alternate between, is either asking for a yes in all caps or just hit me with your favorite emoji, because I just want to see, what everyone's favorite emojis are, and that shows me that you're interested and that this content is relevant and helpful to you. Something along those lines. That again sparks the algorithm to say, okay, people are staying tuned to this video. Not only that, but they're engaging with it. They're not just passively watching. They're actually commenting back with these emojis and maybe typing out something longer. You could get them to do that too, but I typically don't, because I just want it to be as easy as possible. You could ask a question like, what was the last thing that you really struggled with to know as a parent? Or where are you seeing those concerning moles? You might not want to ask that. Something along those lines, where they're actually going to like type out an answer or something along those lines. After you've done that, yes, capture that yes, then you're going to give the rest of the information. Then what you do is you finish up with the final call to action of what you want them to do next, because every video should take them to something more. Every video should be an opportunity to do something more. Now, the more could be at the most like scheduling a visit with you in your office. That's quite the ask. So I typically would not do that, especially if this is kind of an entry-level video. They've never seen you before. They're just getting to know you. That's a big step to go from, hey, I just saw, that you, it seems like you're interested in pregnancy. I want you to schedule an OB appointment with me. Well, that's kind of a big next step. But what you could do is you could say, if this video helped you and you'd like to learn more, there's some other videos that I've done. Click over to my website where you can see the rest of my videos. That is a much lower barrier to entry for people, so that they feel comfortable with, okay, I like that video about croup. I wonder if he has information about potty training. And then they might go over there and find more information that's relevant to them. But I think that is an appropriate level of request of, hey, if this was helpful, how about a little bit more information? Would you like to know some more? Get them onto your website, get them engaging with you on social media, get them to, call your office for an appointment if they're at that place, or that question has been specifically answered enough that you feel like, okay, I can ask for, hey, if you want to know more, or if you need help with such and such and you're local to me, call my office and make an appointment. I think that's kind of jumping the gun for the most people, though. I think the best thing to do is send them to another video, send it to some sort of special offer or your Instagram page or another content channel so that they can follow you and learn more from you. So, big picture. Here's what we're going to do. In this video, and then empathy and understanding so that they see that you get it, and then a call to action, which is just a like. I gotta move this. And then the actual meat of the information, here's what you need to know, and then another call to action of, if this makes sense, type yes, drop me an emoji so that I know that I'm on the right track, and then you're gonna do more information that is the rest of the information that they need to know, and then if you want even more information, here's what to do next. You might have answered their questions and have nothing else to offer them, in which case they will probably just like your video, they'll follow you, and then you'll provide more content over time for them and continue to build that relationship. But you might have something more that is helpful to them, and that would be the next place to send them so they can keep consuming information that you have, they can keep learning more about you and build that relationship so they know you, they like you, they trust you. And then when they actually need you, when they're sick, when they have a question or concern that's specific medical question or concern that only you can answer, they are going to say, I remember that doctor that was talking about plantar fasciitis, and I saw about 3 different videos from him where he was talking about foot pain and running and those sorts of things. Well, I think I have plantar fasciitis. I'm going to go see him because I've already developed that relationship of, I know what he says, I like what he says, and I trust him because he's shown over time that people listen to him, and my friends like and comment on his videos and stuff. So he must be the right person for me to go see for this specific issue. Hopefully all that makes sense. If so, comment yes. You know why I'm doing that, but I would love to know. So comment yes or drop me an emoji that shows that I'm on the right track. And if you want to know more, check out my podcast. I have a podcast called High Yield Physicians. It's for physicians that want to focus on bringing in new patients, focus on managing their time in a way that gives them more time to focus on what they want to do at work and at home, and those that want to have a bigger impact, that want to make a difference for themselves, for their patients, for their staff, and for their community. In the meantime, whether or not this video is helpful, I hope that it has inspired you to at least give some thought to making scripts that make it really easy for you to make content. The last thing I'll say is, if you notice with this script, 4 and 6 are the only places where I actually had to create informational content. The rest of it was a very simple default template, so I can quickly make videos, plug in the information here, plug in the information here, and really get to recording. That's why I'm able to make at least another new video every single day. Most of them are for my parenting channel. I do the occasional video for my High Yield Physicians channel. I spend more time on the podcast for that than on the videos because I like that medium for podcasts, and physicians listen more to podcasts than they watch YouTube. And I think it makes it really easy to just keep making videos. Keep up the good work, and I would love to hear from you.